Welcome back.
It's been a while,
It
hasn't
has been a while. I mean, we've had several failed attempts in the last couple of times, and I made a stream last week.
Which also was a failed attempt.
Yeah, because the audio wasn't great, because Streamlabs cucked us again. But I fixed that issue this time. Theoretically.
Yeah, and now we're back to actual recording.
Yes.
Something we've been needing to do for quite some time.
Yeah, so on that, here's kind of what happened. Is, in particular with this, there was 2 hours, which is why you can see chapter 2 there, that we're not going to play.
No, we are playing from there. We're playing from file 2.
The
We're
file
not playing
2,
from
yeah.
file 3.
Yeah, because it was 2 hours, yeah. So we finished chapter 2 actually, but Streamlabs had decided to not take on an audio source, and we lost all of the game audio from that, and we weren't saying very much. So,
Considering it was
Yeah.
a cutscene heavy situation, we'd
Yeah.
probably be polite to be nice and quiet during the whole endeavor.
but we've since decided, fuck that.
Yeah, if you
We're
want,
just gonna talk.
yeah, there's cutscenes, there's subtitles on the cutscenes, so if you want to pay attention to them, you can read them. Well, listen to us randomly banter about absolute bullshit.
So, what you would have experienced would be 2 hours of gameplay, but what you're now going to experience is hopefully just over an hour, because I'm just gonna run through all of this.
Yeah.
Because I've done it already. And I really don't fancy doing it again. And I'd
We've
like
also
to see
came-
some new content.
Yes, we also came to the conclusion of we're not going to hunt out side stories. We're
Yeah.
not going to hunt out quests. If
After,
we stumble into them,
yeah, I
we
think
will do
after
that.
we get through this initial bit and get to chapter 2, like
2018
properly into chapter 2 or whatever.
previously
chapter
on
カムロ町では
Clerks.
関西から進出
we'll start looking at them again. But for now, we're just gonna skip this.
How dare you skip it? Wait, we've got a playlist of this just happening, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Sore face.
That's what it was. We got into chapter 2.
Into chapter 2.
We finished chapter 2 in that recording session, and we couldn't use any of it.
Yeah, because we get to,
カムロ町で目を
oh
入れら
yes,
れた
because we
被
got
害
to
者は
hear
これ
We
ま
got
でに
to
3
the
人
drone racing and stuff like that,
この間の組
and
以
then we
外に
finished
2
this
人
case off,
全員
and then
協励会の組員
recorded,
だ
and
Yeah.
I realized I
そ
was
いつ
like,
らを全部やったの
we
が
might have a problem.
その
We'll say
モグラ
this
だ
though, the drone racing is quite fun.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. It's certainly a
田
different
村の
mechanic compared
頭
to
は
what
組を引き
some of the
渡してた
Yakuza's
ん
have
だ
done.
Though I do miss the slot cars. But then again, that's a very Yakuza thing back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was a major thing, but
でも
now
あい
it's
つ
all
は
about the drones,
その
yo.
ことをまん
Put
ま
on
と隠
those
しきったま
3D
ま無罪を
glasses
埋め
and fly
俺らを
with your
コケにしてく
drone.
れた借りは
It's
きっ
certainly
ち
a
り
very
返さない
strange
とな
concept,
おう
but whatever
やるな
works.
らとこと
I
ん
mean,
や
if
ろ
you're
う
gonna
ぜ
go drone flying, you know some prick gonna deliberately put some like razor blades on the ends of his wings so he can cut into you.
頭はなんでモグラ
Just
の
an end
こ
of
と
his wings.
下手すりゃ自分が無所にぶち込まれてたろ
Oh, on the end of his
さあね。
propellers is what I meant.
まだほとんど何にも分かってないんだ
Because drones don't have
俺
wings,
ら
do
はま
they?
ずモグラを知る必要がある
Not
だ
big
からこ
ones,
こに来
just
た
have
んだ
enough to keep them right
モグラ
now.
の最初の犠牲者はこの場所で見つ
I
かった
am
んだ
gonna be kind of Xing
Ah.
through a lot of this as well.
第被害者
That's fine.
は協励会
just because
の
we've
マシ
seen
バ
this.
健吉27
I think Chizzy's now on the third time
組
for
をさら
seeing
に
this,
下っ端だ
Yeah,
so
It
we're just gonna get.
because I've been trying to play this when I've had time to play at home.
Yeah.
And the drone races, there's this guy saying, "Oh, I am the expert drone racer, and I've hidden these QR codes all around Camarocho. I've hidden 50 so you can unlock the best parts." I did all that in one sitting. And then I was like, why the fuck did I do that? I should have been playing the actual game. Nah. I just want to sit here with my drone, look around for these special QR codes, which takes too fucking long.
I'm gonna leave these up on the screen long enough for people to pause and read them, but beyond that, we're
Or if
just-
you're a quick reader, you're fine.
Yeah.
大丈夫
その自信はどっから来るんだ
モグラを追う鍵は羽村の頭が握ってるあの人のことなら警察より
Um,
俺らの方がずっ
so
と
in
深
that
く
two
探れるん
weeks,
じゃない
the 2 weeks, no,
まあ
sorry, in that
確か
basically a
た
month
だその前に必要な情報を集めとかないとな
properly.
探偵にとって
Um,
地道な努力の積み
We
重ね
had
が
one session where we
真相に
managed to get
迫る
something
一番の
semi decent.
近
We
道
had
だ
one we recorded some extermination for us, which is he got very salty.
わかった
お
よ。
We were not great in that episode.
と
Because controls are slippy as
次
fuck.
に第二
So
の
we're
犠牲者が
gonna.
出たの
There is some
は
stuff that has been recorded. I'm gonna look through it and see what's gonna go up. But
天
for the
下
most
一通り
part,
の裏
let's
路
just
地だ。
pretend that the last month never
行ってみるか。
happened.
Yeah, we
so
just
I
took
don't
a hiatus. We just
その代わり
decided
カイト
carry
さん
on
が
from here.
前言ってた情報屋に
just
連
take
絡
a
取ってくれ
a
る
real
か
life break.
Yeah, we had. I
I
certainly
don't know.
had a lot of shit going on. And I know that
警察
Chizzy
の情
kind of
報を
did
流
as well.
してくれ
No,
る
I
の
was just busy with work.
Yeah,
俺
I
ら
mean,
に
it
は
still
モ
counts
グラ
as a
の
lot of
捜
shit
査資
going
料
on.
がいる
Because
わかっ
the
た。
difficulty is Chizzy works night shift.
よろしく
So, I mean, I work mostly till the afternoon.
Well, you say it's an issue. I've worked a night shift last night. I've had an hour and a half sleep, but I feel absolutely fine.
We'll see how you feel at 4 o'clock.
I've got my fuel sitting right in front of me. I am fine. I've got 2 jugs of Tropicana. Mate, I am fucking sorted.
I'm just gonna move this TV so I can actually see it because I can't see my fucking.
Maybe you should have thought of that before we start recording.
Well, I kind of forgot that the map is down that bottom left corner.
What's his phone?
Right, so we're just gonna get through this. Just speed on strats. I've already sucked it up.
Yep.
See the camera? That's my right stick. So that's the other thing, is I don't have a fully working controller right now. But it's only camera control that's really the issue, so forgot about that. It's just if I touch it the wrong way, the camera just starts spinning to the
Oh, I
left.
had that issue on my controller because when Monster Hunter Worlds came out the first time, trying to be a bow user on that is not great when you're trying to.
Can't aim.
Oh, when you're trying to do nice, accurate shots to the face of the monster, and then you just spin madly to the fucking right. It's like, whee! It's like, well, I've just got raped by a fucking Anjanath.
So the good thing about this though is it's not like a full-on.
時間食っちゃったよ
It doesn't lose its mind. But I've been playing Code Vein recently, and
It shows you how long since we actually recorded.
have you ever tried playing a Souls-like without your right stick working well?
I'm sure people have played it on a fucking drum pad, so
Yeah, and most people are kind of good at these types of things.
I would say autistic.
But alright, that's what let's take the photos. Where's that fucking cat?
Wasn't no, it's not top of the vending machine. The vending machine behind you.
He was up high, I remember that much.
なんだ
There it is.
Oh look, a cat.
So yeah, just trying to play a game where you can't use like your targeting or
Whatever.
anything like that is pretty nuts. But you can, but like every time you would, because camera, when you're pushing forward to move forward and you turn your camera and it makes you go in that direction. Do you know how many times I've nearly killed myself by walking off a ledge because I've not noticed the camera going?
Well, you said nearly kill yourself, so you actually have killed yourself a couple of times by doing it.
I haven't actually,
Oh well.
luckily. I have been very, very, very close to just losing it. Especially when you're in a boss fight.
なんだ Hmm?
Fuck else was I looking for? That's
The shiny on the floor.
oh yeah.
怪しいな
Whoa, what's this? That was quite an exquisite screw.
Is that everything?
That's you.
Got a cat. Photos in it. That's just when the dude fucking takes something of you, isn't it? You get chasing.
This is where you find out the unlimited stamina of attack.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Let's see how bad it is.
Oh, it shouldn't be too bad. It's near enough scripted. Anyway, it's only
Yeah, not really bad. My reaction times are horrible. nearly pushed over the baskets. Whatever will I do?
Well, I'm going to stand in the middle of the buildings. I'm going to call my friend.
もしもし。あ、おい待て。そこ止まれ。
いや、
いや俺は上等だ
Just
よ。
hurry up and get after them. Come on, go.
The guy has more stamina than Kiryu, but he's not as cool looking as Kiryu. Not as interesting as Kiryu. In fact, he's not Kiryu in the slightest. It's kind of my only issue with this game that, you know, it isn't Kiryu or Majima, the good lads from the Yakuza series. I know it's like trying to be a cool idea to have more stories in the same universe you've created. But at the same time, you've got... Why the hell is... Oh, wait a minute, is that his phone in his back pocket? No, it's his wallet.
It's weird because the thing is as well. Shit, that's not fun.
Duh.
Is they've made it kind of seem like obviously it's Kamurocho, but they've changed a lot of stuff that would be part of the Yakuza universe. They wanted it to be their same thing. There should have been certain buildings and stuff like that should still exist,
They do.
but not all of them.
Like what?
Like Kiryu's detective, like his little place isn't there anymore.
What do you mean? What?
His office.
Oh yeah, you can still walk to the location of it.
Yeah, but it's not what it was in Yakuza.
No, because more likely since the 80s it went bust because they had that economic bubble back in the 80s.
Is Yakuza 6 set in the 80s? I thought it was like modern day.
Oh wait, Yakuza 6?
Yeah.
What office?
Do you know what? I've not played 6, I don't know what his deal is.
In 6 he actually doesn't spend much time in Kamurocho. He spends a lot of the time in their fake version of Osaka.
Because there's a new set.
No, it's Kamurocho again, but it's an online one.
I thought it was a new city. I'm sure that's a new city.
There might be, yeah, there might be a new city, but it'll still have Kamurocho. You can't make a Yakuza game and not have it do something with Kamurocho. Ah, fuck.
Certainly if completely changed the genre of it, it's going to be hard to see why they wouldn't change everything else.
Established franchise for 6+ games, having the same city going around, people are used to
期待すん
it.
なよ
Yeah, I know, but sometimes you want to do something different.
That's why they kind of introduced all the other cities, how like Majima was in that... Oh, I forgot what it's called. But it's got the huge
I know
river
what
and the two
Yeah, I know what
strips
you
of building on
一
each
択だ
side.
と何がサンキュー
So
だ
I
ろう
have
ね
watched Zero. Yeah,
So they
Zero got played.
That was in 0 then. 1 was purely in Kamurocho. 2 was also purely in Kamurocho. 3 was actually when Kiryu had his orphanage, when he set that up.
窃盗団か
4, I don't know. I haven't had time to play it. I've got it in my room somewhere, but my PS4 is sitting in your flat.
PS3.
PS3 is sitting in your flat.
You can take it back anytime you want.
I know I could, but I don't have space in this bag. 5, again, it's another
Do
one. I
you know
don't
what? I've still not played Mega Man Legends.
You're a tosser. You absolute colossal bellend. The single reason I brought the PS4 is for you to actually play one of the best Mega Man games. Oh, I'm not going to play it. Oh, I can't record it.
Forgetting that it's there.
How?
I don't know, dude.
It's
like, have you looked at my shelves and my Steam list and my PS4 list?
No, I haven't seen your Steam list, and I don't have your PS4.
I keep. Wait, there you go. There's the camera.
The only thing I've got is your fucking Switch, and every now and then it's like, oh, he's got another game on there.
Finish like to late.
Shite. It is absolute trash. To me, anyway. Everyone's saying it's one of the greatest ports ever. To me, it's no... Nah.
Where the fuck is the ladder? Right here. Yeah.
Because I originally played it on Game Boy, so... the classic Game Boy, the fucking black and cyan, fucking dark green and black.
Chizzy's entire argument for why he doesn't like Link's Awakening is because they put in too many quality of life changes.
Yeah. Too many. If I'm used to a game that A and B are your only action buttons, and all your weapons, your sword, your shield, your boots, are all items you have to swap out. Of course, when the new one comes out and I'm trying to play it, I'm pausing the game every often to swap out items. And then I figure out, oh wait, my sword's already out. Oh wait, my shield's already out. Oh look, I've got Rock's Feather. That's still an item, that's fine. I've got the Pegasus boots. Oh, don't worry, we'll bind that to the shoulder button. Fuck off. Just introduce a mode that gives it that classic feel to it. And I'd love that game. I like the art style, it looks like a little diorama set. It looks really cute.
So this is a side quest that we have to do. I think it's the only one.
This is not a side quest, this is the main story.
No, it's a friendship thing.
Kinda.
It just diverts you to show you them. Because this is when they start all opening up, remember? Like, properly.
Still need to play more to actually unlock the VR games, but at the same time, effort. Because I recently just got myself floats on one Steam.
So that one again.
It's the city builder survival, where you're building a literally water world.
I think I know that.
I was like, this game looks fun. I watched a couple of YouTubers play it, and it was like, yeah, I can see myself sinking a good amount of hours in this place. I'm making sure this thing doesn't. Yeah, that's fine.
Is it down on the D-pad to change combat styles?
It must be. If the
Yeah.
other ones are your items. Watch out for the car.
Meh.
Do you not know how to cross the street?
Obviously not. They just ran across a car not 10 minutes ago.
And then you smacked into the back of one trying to chase a parkouring thug. Thief chap. Random sewer doctor, that's always safe. Sorry for that noise, I am shaking up my bottle.
He's having a chug.
Yeah, I'm sure John won't mind me knocking one out.
Chat decided that might be one of the weirdest things that would have happened to me. I'm not sure it is.
Well, we have to hear about it. Well, the very first things, as soon as we meet, the first thing we do is share a bed.
Well, no.
We barely knew each other
It was
for
a couple of months, man.
What? Like, how many times did we meet?
I moved back to Aberdeen in January, and we didn't go to MCM till October.
Yeah, but how many times did we actually meet during then? It wasn't many. I think I helped you with your flat before that. I came in and painted. I helped you paint.
No, that was after.
That was after MCM.
Yeah, because I got the flat like not long after we came back from MCM because I was sick as a dog after getting con.
Oh yeah, you got conflict.
Yeah.
He has no immune system. He's a fanny.
I do have an immune system, but when there's people walking around ill at cons who either just don't go or don't cover their faces,
or they're the pricks walking around with the free hug signs, deliberately giving everyone diseases.
you know, it's kind of difficult to not get ill when there's like, I don't know how many people, probably close to 1,000 people in that building on one of those days, and they're like half of them could be ill. You can't avoid it.
Well, at least half of them are somewhat hygienic.
Yeah, I mean, some of them, you know, some of them in there were a fucking state. And this is a Scottish Comic Con, so I'm allowed to say that because there are some people in Scotland who go to these things who haven't left their house for 6 months. And not in like a agoraphobic way, in a I'm just not going to leave my house for 6 months, I'm not going to wash, I'm not going to do anything. Because those people exist. And it's fucking horrendous. Some guys that get on buses in Aberdeen and you're just like, Jesus.
How do you exist? Soap and water exist. Well, You use your water not to water down your whiskey so you can have more to drink.
And we're talking about a Comic-Con in Glasgow.
But then again, find the fucking Airbnb, that was a farce and a half itself.
Yeah, so we got the blame for a bad Airbnb booking because Airbnb don't actually tell you that you have a messenger service built into it, that you don't get an app for or anything like that, and that your bookings have to be confirmed through said messaging service. So when we showed up in Glasgow, the guy was like, "What?" I was like, "Well, we've paid for the room, so..." And then afterwards, he decided to give us a bad review. So when I asked him, I says, "Look, this is like, I wasn't aware of what the problem was. The problem was on Airbnb side. We did our best. We arrived when we were supposed to. You were late in getting us into the building." I says, "So if you'd be willing to publicly talk about this, then I'd be willing to." I says, "But like at the end of the day, I've done nothing wrong. The room was left in a perfectly clean state. It was left as we found it." And he never replied, funnily enough. Almost as if he'd been called out on his bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, these guys are bad. Why? Did you expect some fucking topless models to use your room for a night?
Although, dude, like, if I do Airbnb again, I'm gonna vet it a bit better because that place, getting into that place is like a fucking prison.
That was a maze and a half.
Yeah, it was like a prison, man. You had to, it was like security doors every floor, and it was like oh man, it was horrific. Try to get in there.
It was kind of like hallways in betwixt buildings as well, so you'd have to know each password for each door, for each floor to get to the hallway that has the connecting hallway, and then you have to know the password for that door. And then when you finally get to the flat, oh wait, it wasn't even the guy that fucking we booked the room for. It was his friend.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, you guys can just here you go. Just make sure you take your shoes off. It's like, mate, we're here for a fucking night. So we took our shoes off. Once.
We took our shoes off when we went in because the guy was still there, and then we went out to go get some dinner and came back, and we're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, we just crashed, waited, woke up, went off to the Comic-Con, had a good laugh.
Con was the only good thing about that trip, man, because everything else just went tits up.
Yeah, it was fun. It was cool meeting everyone, because that was one of the first times we might meet the rest of the Misadventure cast.
At the time, yeah, I mean, the only two people that weren't there in terms of the podcast were Matt and Phil, which is a bit trickier because they were further out. But we will actually, in January, so if anybody that's watched the podcast, I don't know about this, but in January, at the charity event that I'm currently in the process of sorting out, we'll all be together. All of us, actually, every single one of us. Because there's more people who work behind the scenes, just like, you know, I have an artist that kind of works for me, and some other bits and pieces. So all of us, which I think, including, so me, you, Bob, Matt, Nelly, and Blue will be there as well. All of us will be together in a room for the first time. So the entire cast, crew. It's going to be really cool. I'm really excited about it. I'm really happy about it. Just going to get to this place and then we'll call it quits for this episode.
Oh shit, yeah, we're doing episodes, aren't we?
Yeah, 23
Forgot
minutes.
about that.
23.
I get to say it again. It's been a while since I've actually been able to say it properly.
So, a piece of advice from Mr. Troy Baker in Nolan North as I was watching something last night. Never make your own catchphrase.
Piss off, I'll make my own catchphrase. I've already made it. I've said it every episode.
I almost don't want to. Alright, okay, fuck it. And with that, we'll see you in the next one.
Stay gamers!
Fuck me.
Right, end episode.